Tonight, a new way to heal the most common chronic brain disease in the U.S., epilepsy.
Nearly 3 million people have it, causing disruptive and dangerous seizures. But now there's a way to lessen or even stop the seizures completely. I spoke with one woman who had the life-changing procedure after years of suffering.
How would you rate your quality of life?
Currently, 1 out of 10, I would say 10.
Wendy Book is able to drive again. Boats and cars, go hiking and swimming. These are things the mom of two stopped doing after being diagnosed with epilepsy.
I was getting my hair done and I woke up in an ambulance.
At the age of 42, Wendy had her first seizure. A week later, another one.
So no memory of anything happening. I didn't feel anything.
Wendy, who lives near Appleton, saw a neurologist shortly after. Eventually, she was transferred to a specialist at Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin, which has a nationally recognized neurosciences team.
So what was the diagnosis?
It was adult onset epilepsy.
Offering better resources for complex neurological disorders. Epilepsy is a chronic brain disorder that causes seizures, which are uncontrolled bursts of electrical activities that change sensations, behaviors, awareness, and muscle movements. Anyone of any age can develop epilepsy.
For you, going through your adult life, never having a seizure, what was that experience like for you?
It was, it was very surprising. I assumed that there was something that I was doing. And then the scary of, is it a tumor? Is there something going on? Because what does that mean? What effect does that have on my brain? So it was scary with that diagnosis.
Wendy and her family's life changed.
My husband and my children had to learn how to work with me. This is when mom's having a seizure. This is what you do.
At one point, Wendy averaged about 6 seizures a month.
It was a lot to take on.
After 4 years, Professor of Neurosurgery Dr. Sean Liu recommended the responsive neurostimulation procedure, or RNS.
For epilepsy surgery, traditionally the treatment is to find the part of the brain that's causing seizures and removing that part of the brain. The problem with that approach is that for some people you can't remove that part of the brain because it's too important for function.
He showed us how RNS is an option for those patients.
The RNS system constantly monitors your brain waves. It works all the time.
Doctors implant a stimulator about the size of a matchbox. It works to cut down on the number of seizures patients experience or stop them altogether.
But we know that the real improvement in quality of life comes with being seizure-free or near seizure-free. And when that happens, it's extremely gratifying for the patient. It's gratifying for us.
The stimulator sits in the skull, is connected to 2 electrodes in the brain.
It's a big deal because it's really made almost everybody a candidate for epilepsy surgery.
The batteries typically last between 6 to 10 years. Wendy is within year 1 and already feeling the difference.
Talking with my neurologist, he can see all of that data and he can see that there is activity where the device kicked in and saw, hey, something's happening here, and stopped it. I cannot feel that.
So you went from having 1 or 2 seizures a week to having 3 seizures in months.
Yes, which is amazing.
It was life-changing.
Absolutely.
Wendy, now 47, is able to hike, go swimming, and drive again, things she could not do for years.
I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful for not having to have those seizures, not having to have that in my life anymore.
And Dr. Liu says epilepsy patients should start with medication, see if that works first before having surgery. He did stress that epilepsy surgery is safer than most people think.